Then it's Weathering Sky.
Weathering Sky. I just had a snippet of that on my phone. I I record little bits, little song ideas on my. I used to do it on a cassette player, and then I did it on a digital audio thing, and now I do it on my iPhone. And I had something I don't even think it was named. When in October and November and December when I started to write for this album. I had all these little snippets of ideas, and one of them was just this chorus, which was "Weathering Sky," this "Weathering Sky" chorus, and I had another riff, I had another good little guitar riff from another little snippet from a different day, and then so I kind of put the guitar riff and the song, and then all I needed was a verse. It had that kind of feel to it, like it didn't want to be very long, or like I wanted to be like a little kind of good prog power pop kind of song, like maybe very Strange World by Spock's Beard or something sort of like that. Yeah. So then I just wrote this very simple verse. It's just really sometimes a really simple thing is just the right thing. And then all I needed was a bridge, and then it was done. And so, yeah, Weathering Sky came out really, really strong. It was so strong that we wanted to put it second on the album, I think. It was originally going to be Momentum and then Weathering Sky, kind of like a 1-2 punch sort of thing. But I wound up feeling like, as I listened through to the album, I wound up feeling like maybe it'd be better to move it a little closer. I felt like as I listened through the album that Weathering Sky and the Epic left my ears a little bit like it was too much rock and loud stuff back to back. So I separated them a little bit. So yeah.
And finally, the big chunk, World Without End. To me, immediately, that's what I asked Mike, if it reminded him of The Great Nothing first, just out of the similarity in structure with the 5 album, and if it was going to be one of those top 5 Neal Morse epic songs for him. And he told me that he wasn't sure, but that World Without End might make it to that Mike Portnoy top 5.
Top 5.
How do you feel about World Without End? Because obviously all the prog fans here are dying to listen to it. I mean, we're crazy for the big song. So.
Right. Yeah. I think it is one of the best ones. I mean, I know that Randy feels that way too. I think it really something real special happened with it. I originally had a piano intro thing, sort of like
Seeds of Gold.
So yeah, sort of like Seeds of Gold, and I think it was Mike that said, I think we should do a different intro, and I agreed. It was a cool thing. I mean, the piano thing was really cool, but it's kind of like, okay, we've heard that, we've heard those kinds of things, and so we actually left the middle part where we replay it on all the instruments in the piece. So there's a reprise of something that you never actually heard.
Okay.
But I think the day before, when we were getting sounds to make the album, we were just getting an organ sound. And I just sat here and I was playing the organ, and I just played this, I was just improvising, and I just played this little melody, which was da 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 da. Yeah, I started playing this little organ chord and melody thing that I really liked. I recorded it on my phone. And so when we were looking for a different intro, I said, well, what about this? And Mike and Randy really loved it. So that became the new centerpiece theme, because if you're going to have it open this album, then you got to throw it in here, and you're probably going to have to end with it big, right? Because there's a certain way that these things tend to work and feel right, so it wound up being a real centerpiece theme of World Without End.
Okay. And the title seems apocalyptic. Is there a story told in World Without End?
No, not really. It's pretty vague. It isn't real specific. The reason why I chose that is because One of the lines that I sing over and over is into a world that will never pass away. We're talking about I keep saying never pass away over and over. And so I thought, and we were trying to, it was really unusual. We recorded the whole thing, and I didn't have lyrics for a lot of it at the time that we actually recorded it. I thought, I'll just fill all that in later. We didn't have a title. Even when it was being mixed, we still didn't have a title, which is really unusual. And so I just kind of thought about it, and Randy threw out some ideas, and I threw out World Without End, and they seemed to like that, and I thought it just sounds big and epic to me, really thinking of just, really the kingdom of God, the world that will never pass away, and so that's something to get excited about.